Support for this episode is provided by Mohawk Finishing Products. From sandpaper to fill sticks, Mohawk has all your finishing needs. I'm building the desk out of Baltic birch plywood, and I'll get started by cutting the parts to size. Okay, so now I've got my 4 parts. I've got my back, my 2 sides, and my drawer divider. The next step is to find the center of the back, and I'll pre-drill and countersink for a screw for the divider, and I'll do the same at each side. When I'm assembling the parts, I'll use wood glue, and then I'll tack the parts together with an 1¼ 18 gauge brad, and that'll just keep the parts from shifting around. And then I'll use an 1 5/8 screw for a stronger joint. I'm using Baltic birch plywood on this project because it's heavier and the desk will feel more substantial, and also the hairpin legs will get a better purchase, or the screws will get a better purchase in the Baltic birch plywood as opposed to regular cabinet grade birch plywood. Okay, so now I've got the box together, and I'm making sure to remove any of the glue squeeze out because that's going to affect the way the drawers would operate if I didn't remove it. So I'm just using a wet rag. It doesn't have to be perfect because you'll never see the inside, but you don't want the glue drops to interfere with the way the drawers work. I'm picture framing the bottom of the desk with walnut. I'll cut the strips at 1/4 inch, and I'm doing this just to hide the edge of the bracket on the hairpin legs and just give the desk a more finished look. After picture framing the bottom of the desk, I'll move on to edge banding the front of the desk, and I'll rip strips of white oak a little bit heavier than 3/8 by a little bit heavier than 3/4, and then I'll use the drum sander to remove the blade marks and bring the molding down to the exact thickness as the Baltic birch plywood. To attach the edge banding, I'm using wood glue and 1-inch nails in the pin nailer. The next step is to move on to the drawers, and here you can see I've got a really beautiful piece of figured white oak. Instead of measuring for the drawer front, you can also just use the drawer front and mark it. And I'll make the drawer fronts about a heavy 1/16 of an inch smaller than the drawer opening. For this project, I'm making the drawers using half-blind dovetail joints, and I'm using a router jig to do that. But don't let that keep you from making this desk. If you don't want to get into the dovetails, you can always screw the drawers together. And I've got a video on my channel on how to make drawers that way also, and I'll put a link in the description. If you do want to make the half-blind dovetail joints using the router jig, I also have a video on my channel that's dedicated just to that. I'm using a peel and stick veneer, and it's best to have a smooth surface. So I've sanded the desk, I've filled any of the screw holes with auto body Bondo, which is the right fill to use when working with veneer. And now I'm finishing the desk with 2 coats of a water-based polyurethane, sanding in between coats. I've got the second coat of water-based polyurethane on the desk. It's not quite dry yet, it's still a little bit tacky. But the nice thing about water-based polyurethane is it does dry quickly. I've already sanded the drawers, and the next step is to get to work on the drawer stops. I'll start by ripping a thin strip of wood that I'll use as a measuring stick. It needs to be the same thickness as the drawer front, which in this case is 3/4 of an inch. Next, I'll rip this piece of cherry at 1/4 of an inch, and they'll become the drawer stops. Since the measuring stick is the same width as the drawer front, I'll hold the measuring stick flush with the front of the desk and trace the back of the stick to find the setback for the drawer stop. I'm using wood glue, and I'll tack the stop in place with a 1/2 inch pin nail and then use squeeze clamps. I can also use the measuring stick to help hold the stop in place while I tack it with a pin nail. Making sure that I'm flush with the front of the cabinet. For this project, I'm using peel and stick veneer. And I have to say, I'd much rather work with the contact cement veneer. I think it's easier to work with, it's a little more forgiving, and I think it's a better bond. I happen to have a nice piece of quarter sawn white oak peel and stick veneer, so that's why I'm using it on this project. I'll use a straight edge to cut the veneer to a rough size and then attach it to the cabinet, starting with the back, and then the two sides, and last the top. To trim the veneer flush, I'm using a flush cut bit in the router. After attaching the veneer, I'll give the cabinet a good sanding, and now it's ready for finish. For the finish, I'm using Finisher's Choice Clear Lacquer by Mohawk Finishing Products. I'll apply 3 coats of lacquer, sanding in between coats with 320 sandpaper. I decided to paint the bottom of the desk white, so I've taped out the walnut with painter's tape, and after the paint dries, I'll spray the bottom of the desk with lacquer. To attach the hairpin legs, I'm using number 10, 3/4 inch long stainless steel screws. For the drawer fronts, I want something really simple that will blend in with the desk. This piece of wood is one of the offcuts when I was cutting the drawer fronts to size, and I'll start by ripping this at a 1/2 inch. Next, I'll adjust the fence to 3/4 inch and make another rip. Now I'll change the angle of the blade to 5 degrees and set the fence at 3/8 inch. I'm cutting the handles to length at 3¼ inches. I'll use a 1-quart paint can as a pattern and trace the can. Now I'll use the belt sander to remove the blade marks and clean up the cut. I want the bottom of the drawer pull to be 1.5 inches from the drawer bottom, so I've measured and marked, and now I'll draw a straight line. Now I'll draw another line at the center of the drawer pull. Next, I'll use a 1/16 inch drill bit and drill a hole through the front of the drawer. I'm using a wood block, and this is acting as a jig to keep the drill at a 90-degree angle. I've clamped the drawer pull to the front of the drawer, and now I'm using the same 1/16 inch drill bit, and I'll drill through the inside of the drawer into the drawer pull, pre-drilling holes for the screws. Next, I'll countersink the holes on the inside of the drawer. Okay, and I think that looks pretty good, so now I'll remove the drawer pulls and give them a few thin coats of lacquer. To fill the pin nail holes on the edge banding, I'm using a fill stick by Mohawk Finishing Products, and the color is Honey Maple. One of the last things I do with every piece of furniture I make is hand rub the finish with Mohawk's wool lube. I use 4-0 steel wool. I'll put a little wool lube on the steel wool and then hand rub the finish in the direction of the grain. After hand rubbing the finish with the 4-0 steel wool and the wool lube paste, I use a rag to remove any of the wool lube residue.